Today I want to tell you what else you need to study to clear UGC NET exam. Let's get into it. Hello, I'm Ashwati Krishna and this is my channel The Net Effect. I'm here to support you to clear one of the toughest exams in India, the National Eligibility Test. Today I'm gonna tell you about paper 1 syllabus and how to score good marks in NET. Let's begin. As I told you before, you have two papers in the examination. Paper 2 is based on your subject of study in the post-graduation. That is the subject selected by the candidate. There will be 100 objective type questions and each question carries 2 marks. Total 200 marks. I have done a video on paper 2. If you have not watched it yet, I'll give the link in the description below. Now let me talk about paper 1. Paper 1 is general aptitude and it is same for all the UGC NET aspirants. And it is designed to test the reasoning ability, comprehension, divergent thinking and general awareness of the candidate. There will be 50 compulsory objective type questions and each question carries 2 marks. Total 100 marks. You have to finish the test in 1 hour. If you are willing to spend at least 1 hour for the paper every day, then it will not be a problem for you. So let's check the syllabus in detail. There are 10 units in the syllabus and 5 questions will be asked from each unit. Since there are no negative marks, you are not going to lose any marks for wrong answers. Let's dive into the subtopics listed in each unit. The first unit is teaching aptitude. In this unit, you need to study the concept of teaching, types of teaching, learners' characteristics, teachers' characteristics, factors affecting teaching, methods of teaching, online and offline teaching, teaching support system, and evaluation systems. It is totally important to know the syllabus before you start your studies. If you are new to the exam, most of the terms and topics will be unfamiliar to you. Especially in this unit, you feel like an alien. This is all about research. Most of the NET aspirants are appearing for this exam to become research scholars and others are to become assistant professors. Whatever you want to be, having a basic idea on research is great. In this unit, you are going to learn what is research and what are the different types of research, steps in research, thesis writing, ICT in research, and ethics in research. The questions will be asked to check how much you know about research. You can expect application level questions. In the third unit, comprehension, you need to read a given paragraph and questions will be asked from that paragraph. You should master yourself in understanding passages and answering questions. Unit 4, communication is comparatively easier for journalism students. You need not to spend extra hours for this unit because in this unit you have to learn what is communication, what are the different types of communication and barriers to effective communication. You can expect questions to solve mathematical problems, but they will ask only basic questions, types of reasoning, number series, letter series, relationships, percentage, profit and loss, interest and discount, and averages. Unit 6 is the most confusing but interesting unit in the syllabus. Logical reasoning. Understanding the structure of arguments, categorical propositions, classical square of opposition, deductive and inductive reasoning, and Venn diagram. All these comes under this title. Recently, they added Indian logic in it, so you have to learn pramanas and structure and kinds of anumana. Unit 7 deals with data interpretation. Unit 8 is all about information and communication technology. You can expect general abbreviations and terminologies here, basics of internet, digital initiatives in higher education, etc. Unit 9, People, Development and Environment is more of a current affairs type unit. You have to keep a notebook to jot down important current affairs related to environment and development. Keep updated yourself of the recent changes in the world. Unit 7 deals with higher education. The subtopics are higher education in ancient India, post-independent India, Oriental conventional and non-conventional learning programs in India, professional, technical and skill-based education, value-based and policies of government also comes under this title. This is all about the syllabus of paper 1 general aptitude. So as I told you before, categorize the units based on its difficulty level and divide your study time accordingly. We will also start giving lectures on paper 1. If you have any suggestions regarding my lectures, feel free to comment. In the next episode, I will come with previous year questions and answers and its explanations of paper 1. Please like, share and comment. Stay tuned. Take care. Bye-bye.